had a funny thing happen when I was preparing for this week. I posted a topic a couple of days ago, and then I thought, wait a minute. No, that's not it. Gosh, okay. So I deleted it. So sorry about that for those of you who like thumbs up, were excited about that topic. We'll talk about it eventually. But I realized that wasn't it. And then I started thinking through my different ideas, and then my mind just started kind of going in circles. And so I deleted that post, and I realized I was trying to figure out the topic for this week. And there is a fine line between figuring out and overthinking and worrying. And so I was just like in that cycle and realized, there's no way for me to know what you guys need to hear this week, but God knows. So, hey, radical idea. Instead of trying to figure it out, how about I just ask him and trust him to give me a topic? And I realized that was the topic. He reminded me that we have access to his guidance all the time. And how silly it is for us to try and figure things out in our own little brain when we have access to the God who knows everything. Our knowledge and our perspective is so limited. And I had a couple scriptures come to mind, one from Proverbs that you're probably familiar with. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. And also from Matthew, who among you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? So since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? And, it made me think about how we think about things. Like, have you ever sat down and made a pro and con list, about a job or a school or a car or whatever? Like any big decision, we have that tendency to want to figure things out. And we can sit down and write our little pro and con list, but there's so many variables that we can't possibly know. So we can't rely on that. Now, obviously, I'm not saying don't think. Obviously, we all need to think. It's a good thing. But when it crosses the line into confusion or discouragement or worry or whatever that might be, that's no longer productive. So the beauty of having God's guidance is that if we have that deep assurance that we are in his will, following his lead, we can have confidence that even if the path gets rocky, we know we're on the right path. And even if other people don't understand what we're doing or maybe think we're a little bit crazy or a lot crazy, if we are following God's lead, even if it doesn't make sense to us, we know we're on the right path. And there is a great deal of freedom in that. So the bottom line is God knows everything. We don't. So instead of trying to figure things out, let's try trusting him more, listening to him more, and then following his lead. So next time you catch yourself overthinking, just stop, hit the pause button, and look up instead and listen instead of trying to figure it out on your own. You've got someone looking out for you who has a lot better perspective than you do. So we'll see you next Friday, 1 o'clock Central.